For this greeting card, I want to paint a snowbird. For someone has been supporting me since the day one of my artist learning community on Patreon. The paper I'm using is Strathmore watercolor paper, 140 pound. And I just use the tape mounted. I know I'm not gonna make the backgrounds too wet, or I'm not gonna work on it wet on wet for a long time. So it's okay to just use the masking tape to tape all edges to my supporting board. Now I'm gonna put this mask on, so I just focus on the composition. I'm gonna tape a little bit on the top over here. Now here we go. I'm gonna use this number 4 round brush. Do a little compositions. Just use maybe just this light brown colors. Let's take a look where I'm gonna put the bird. I combined 2 different references, and let's see. I'm gonna leave enough background, and I want to see there's a snow on the bottom over here, and maybe the bird, the head of the bird, a little bit off the center, right over here, like this. And the bird, let me see, the whole bird is, where is it? I'm gonna put it, there's the one leg, put it over here. The body, tilt it in this angle. Okay, that's good. I got an idea. I think I'm gonna put this side, the body over here, a little bit bigger. I'm now gonna use the vignette effect for the edge, like this. So this is the mouth of the bird. I'm gonna give it a little bit clear definitions here. Good, that's the mouth. So in that case, there is a dark color around over here, and there's darker color some here underneath, and there's the eye sitting over here. Okay, that's good. I think I'm getting the right composition for this painting. And I'm gonna make the body a little bit bigger. And here, and the legs can come up all the way down here, like that. And there's the other legs is only here, like that. It's good. I'm gonna make a little bit clear definitions, make a little darker color right here. That's good. Now for the snow, I want to see the snow at the front. There's a group of snow. I'm going to use this gray color. I want to see there is some snow right here, and I can want to see there is a hole underneath the snow is the tree. So I want to show there is some snow like this. And because of the snow, I won't be able to see much of the tail, but I still want to give a little bit suggestions for the tail right here. See on the back, like that. So on the top over here, there is snow, and showing a little bit of the green, could be, pine tree, like over here. Like that, some suggestion. And then over here also covered by the snow, like that. And on this side has a little hole over here between the 2 group of snow, and then the snow again. So the background over here is very important. It have some soft background. I want to make it feel like it's snowing. Okay. First, we're gonna paint the background first. Mark where is gonna be the top. I got a mark over here. I also want to put the tape on the top. So just for if I want to paint it a full background, I would be able to protect it and don't have to come back after the paper is wet. So I'm gonna put this over here just slightly off the center line. That's good. Just brush on the side, the edge that is facing the painting. I'm going to use my 1-inch flat brush. Make it soft enough before you start the painting. So what's the background look like? I'm gonna make it a gray color. I already have some gray color over here. I may need it a little bit yellow. So I'm gonna put a little yellow over here. I can mix those colors together. They'll become the color that I want. Okay. Now let's put it on. Now I already defined the area for the snow and also the edge of the snow. Make it a little bit uneven. Like that. Now keep going. Okay, painting around the shape of the bird. Okay, that looks good. Okay, look and paint. Look and paint. And look at the other reference. And look at the edge of the snow. Like that. That's good. Now I'm gonna add some other color into it, maybe a little bit blue. Let's give it a little variations in the snow. Especially at the bottom over here. I want to give enough indication or enough contrast between the snow edge and also the background. And take a look at the edge of the bird. And it's okay if you get into the area of the bird. That will be fine. Like this. Now on the outside, I'm gonna soften it. Just clean the brush and just give a little water in the edge and create a soft edge. Good. Also over here, I want this a bit softer. Good. Now I also want to drop in some water in the middle. So you have some lighter area, make it a little bit softer. Oh, now it's good. I'm going to start painting into the bird. Now I'm going to use my round brush. Let's take a look. I'm going to start from the head. You can actually paint the red into the dark color if you want, because it just the dark color is darker than the red color. Now painting around, take a look. And if this color is not dark enough or thick enough, we can do the second round. Let's take a look under here. Okay, refill some color. And at the bottom over here, on the other side, a little bit more blue color, give it a little bit darker. But first, I'm going to add a little bit yellow color onto the light side. And the top over here. Yeah. Okay. Looking for the shape. Let's see. Now I'm going to add a little bit blue colors. This is the Windsor blue. A little blue colors and get a little bit more red, making sure the color thick enough. So now I'm going to paint it in this side, make it a little bit darker. Now I'm going to paint it on this side. That's the back, and the color is still wet on the paper, so when you paint it on like this, it will be make it all connected, melt together inside the bird. But the edge over here, I'm gonna have it a little bit softer. And now it's the wings on the other side, but I'm not gonna connect the wing to the with the body at this point. Okay. Now, from here, there is a separation. Like that. Now I'm going to change to a smaller brush. I'm going to use this number 4 round brush. So what I want to do, I want just the red color. I'm going to make this really thick enough red color. Now I'm going to do the hair on the top. That's good. And take a look. Now also going to make a little softer on the edge over here. Just use the water. Maybe have a little bit gray color. Add a little color to it. Okay, a little bit over here too, a little bit softer. A little bit soft edge here too. Okay, I don't want to make it look too soft. That's good. I'm going to switch back to my round brush. I'm going to set around the round of color from here. Have some separation. That's the top. Like that. This is a good color over here. Now, here we go. Give a little texture. That's good. Intentionally not looking at the detail that much. So just keep focusing on the bigger connection. Now come back here, use my 1-inch flat brush and create the texture that I want. Like that. So okay, I think so far I like the texture. Now what I want to do, I'm going to use this time to use a small brush to work into the mouth. Use this number 4 round brush. I already have some red color over here. Now what I want to do, I'm going to soften this color and I'm going to work into the detail later. Okay, that's good. Like that. That looks good. Now, okay, I'm going to use this time to paint it into the wing. Have a little blue, little kind of a greenish gray color. Now I'm going to paint it in here. Maybe a little bit darker. Okay, and have a little red color on the side. A little bit more red. Like this. There are suggestions for the wing. And the tail on the back over here. And then with the light purple colors. It's good. Show a little bit suggestion for the wing, for the tail. That's just good. Now I'm gonna come to start working into the leg. Get the red color. Make a little dark colors, dark purple colors, right underneath. That's good. And remember, there's some snow. The snow could cover part of it. So now I'm going to come to this leg. This is not done yet, but this is what I would do in this step. But I'm going to come back there later. Okay, get a little bit red color. Now that's good. So that's a good brown color for the leg. Now coming over here, there is a little bit more forward. Okay, this. Slowly. You want to paint it, make it more look like what's that? Those texture, those movement. Slowly. Like that. That's just good. Now I use this color. I make it a little bit lighter. I'm gonna paint it into the gap over here. Now I come back to this side to give a little shadow side and give a little bit darker color for the claw. Little bit of those texture. So everything we do is suggestions. If you make the people feel like, oh, that's the bird, that's the leg, find a connection, you've done your job. Okay, now I'm going to come back now to the dark area and paint it into the eye. And I'm going to mix the pleasant blue with the red color. Now I'm going to start painting into the dark area. Think about how much color do you need. If you have too much color in the brush, but the area that you're going to paint is not going to be that much, in that case, you're going to have trouble. You're going to feeling kind of like, why my brush is not listening to me? Okay, now I'm going to start over here. Good. Look before you paint. Now I'm going to come in toward the eye. Now I'm going to paint it around the eye over here. I'm going to keep the white line untouched. Like this. It's good. The inside of the eye has a little bit more brown color first. So I'm going to come back to the eye later. So keep going with this dark color. Okay, that's good. And I need to find a brush to make that soft hair to show. So I'm going to use this very tiny brush. I never use a brush so small. And let's see. I'm gonna take the color, but I don't want the color that much into the brush. Just a little bit. Okay, keep the brush, not too much color. So let's see. Look before you paint. That's good. I'm going to do a couple more. Like that. That's good. So good suggestions. Now I'm going to use this brush. Give a little red color on the top over here too. I'm just going to take the red color. Okay. I'm going to have a couple lines a little bit longer. Good. and a little bit on the edge. Now this is good. I'm going to organize a little bit the color on the top over here. I think this is a little bit too much tedious. So I'm gonna okay, that's good. A little bit more natural now. I'm going to have those color also be a little bit connected. And I also make this a little bit softer. I don't want that to look there's the wrong changes here. Make a little bit softer. That's good. I'm gonna need this bigger brush to organize the body one more time. This have a little bit darker, so I'm gonna have this color over here. Just use half the brush. The texture is very important. Depends on the brush that you use, you create different texture and create the texture to suggest the correct content. Okay. And I'm gonna get a little bit red color, make a little orange color, and a color right here. It's not about just filling the color in the area. It's about the correct texture that you want to present. So what kind of brush, the size of the brush, and it will become pretty important at the end result, for the end result of the painting. I also want the front a little bit lighter, so I'm gonna just a clean brush. Just like that. Make the light area a little bit lighter. So the bird have see the form of the three-dimensional. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna take the time to go into to do the eye. Okay, first I'm gonna use this number 4 round brush. I'm gonna use this brown color. I already have the brown color over here. Good. I'm gonna paint it in here. When I paint the brown color, make sure I leave the highlight in the eye. Look at the location of the highlight. That's good. That's the first light brown color I paint into the eye area. And also this color would be served as the color for the white line. So after it dries, I'm going to come back to continue in the next round. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the mouth. So first I'm going to get a little red color for the edge. Let's take a look over here. Look carefully. Like this. That's good. Now take a look at some light red color. I'm going to take the red color but make it pretty lighter. A little bit more water, make it a little lighter. Good. Now coming over here, I'm not going to work on the separation between the upper mouth and the lower mouth. That is considered the smaller details. And then going to the lower part of the mouth. That's good. Need to lift up this color, wash it. Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna switch my attention to working into the snow, and now I'm gonna use this number 12 round brush, a little bit bigger. Let's see. And the snow is mostly gray colors. It could be a little bit cooler gray colors. Okay, a little bit blue. This winter blue. Okay, this is good color. Now what I'm gonna do over here, I'm showing that there is a branch coming to this side. So I'm gonna have it a little bit darker like this, and also at the bottom of the bird, it could also have the reflected of the red color coming into the snow. So let the red color connect to it is actually for the right effect. Let's see. Like that. Okay. Get a little bit color showing the transition of the snow, the group of the snow, like that. That's good. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna coming over here for the other group. If you don't have enough reference for the snow or for whatever part of the painting that you try to show, and you might want to just get more reference, look for more, and take more photo on your own if you can. A little bit soft coming to it here. It's good. And on this side, I also have something that it like see through. Okay, that's good. And I also use a small brush, number 4, and get a little bit suggestions for the pine tree. Get a little yellow color, a little bit green, but the green is not that bright, so get a little red. Okay, that's good. Here we go. I'm gonna have suggestions for the pine, like this. And maybe the one or two come out over here. That's good. A little bit on this side, seeing a little under the snow. Like that. And I'm gonna have showing a little bit more under here, so it's showing what the bird actually holding on. I think the snow over here looks fine. Maybe this is a little bit too dark, so I'm gonna just make it a little bit softer, like that. For the tail, I'm gonna extend this color coming to the lake over here. Okay, that's the tail. Okay, now I'm gonna come back to the inside the eye. Now I'm gonna use this brush, even this number 1 brush. I'm gonna take this dark color and I'm gonna paint it in here. Look. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna get a little bit darker brown color. So I'm gonna take the yellow color and with the red, and of course with the blue. Here you go. This put it brown. A little bit more blue. So that's good. Now I'm gonna fill it in. That's good. And then inside there has some pretty dark color in the pupil. I'm gonna take the very dark color. That's right around the highlight. Okay, that's good. Now the eye is in a good shape. A little kind of light brown colors in the corner of the mouth. Move the color in here. Now I'm gonna use the red color to do the separation between the upper part of the mouth and the lower part of the mouth. That's good enough suggestion. Okay, now I'm gonna come back to rework on the body of the bird. Okay, this is the tail. Okay, that's the wing. Okay. It's good. We work on the texture. Now take a look at the body over here. I'm gonna mix a little bit of the red orange color. Now we create some textures and a little bit darker on this side. Over here, make it a little bit uneven. Okay. We work on the outline. It's good. And the bottom over here, maybe a little bit darker, like that. I think this boat looks good so far. And I'm gonna put the mask back on to take a look at what do I need to change before I going on to the last step. Like this. And what I want to do now, I'm gonna do a little lifting. I use this number 12 round brush. I think over here it's a little bit too solid. I'm gonna soften that. Some member mentioned about, hey, why you're lifting the color so easy? Why I can't? I think this part of it is what you believe. You believe that you can do it, and then you will spend more time and put a little bit more persistent. You don't want to ruin the texture or the surface of the paper. If you're doing scratchings on the paper, it of course is gonna make you stop. It's just over here, like see, just use the very soft sable here. Keep moving like this for 10-20 times. I guarantee it will be look lighter. So believe that you can do it and don't give up, and you can do it too. Okay, that's good. So over here, I'm going to lift the mask. I'm gonna clean up this area too. That's good. I'm happy with the feeling of the vignette edge for the painting. Now what I'm going to do now as the last step, I'm going to use my toothbrush. Make sure your whole painting is already dry. So now I'm going to use my toothbrush. The toothbrush is very clean. Okay, that's good. I'm I'm gonna lift up some area that is too much white, and also some area on the bird that I don't want it that much. Just use the first with the paper towel or the soft napkin. Okay, I'm gonna come back to do a little couple adjustment. So first, inside the eye, I want to have a little bit clear. And I'm going to return some red color over here to make it, don't want to see that much of snow. And the wing outside over here, also add a little bit of the light brown color over here too. The wing supposed to be in front of the tail, so I'm gonna give some suggestions here, like that. I use the brush, just painted some bigger dot. Now I'm gonna put the mask back on to see how it look like. I'm gonna drop in a couple dots on the body of the bird. Now I think the painting's finished.